What's up, good people of the internet? We are back for another one. This is part 2 of our foot control videos. Today, as you can see, we'll be doing the peg to mini floorboard conversion. I bought some mini floorboards from BMC. They're the Vindica mini floorboards. Pretty straightforward install. Let's start here. I'll show you guys how to remove the existing peg and what needs to stay and what's going to go when we put the new one on. So let me see if I can put you guys in a good spot where you can see what I'm talking about here. So these pegs are pretty straightforward to remove. The hardest part is probably taking this little washer, this little lock washer. I basically just took a screwdriver and just kind of pried it a little gently around all the edges and then just popped it off. So you take that off. You need that. You're going to slide this pin out from the bottom. Should come right out. If not, you can fit a small screwdriver in there to assist you. There's the pin. And then when you take the pedal off itself, know that there's a spring in there. It is spring loaded, so be careful there. And there's the existing spring. The old foot peg. Now for these floorboards, this is not necessary, so this will not be used. So the only thing we're going to save from the existing setup is the washer and the pin itself. Alright, so let's go over to the floorboard and I'll show you what it's got and how we put it together. Okay, so here's one of the floorboards. It actually goes like this with the smaller side toward the front, so this is where your toes go. This is closer to your heel. So it does taper back. It is a nice solid piece. It's got some grip to it. A couple of things you got to do. I've got my number 6 hex here. I'm just going to loosen this up because when we make the adjustment, this is the screw that tightens it up and where we need to put our blue Loctite. So now that I've got that out, the clevis comes right out. I think this is a clevis. For me, there is this little hex bolt here. For me, for my 22 Street Bob, I had to remove this. Otherwise, it wasn't completely collapsing flat. So I did talk to the people at BMC. They said, yep, you can pull that out. Slide this piece in. What you want to do, it also comes with these little washers here. You want to get that just like that when you slide it into the motorcycle and insert your pin. Otherwise, what I noticed without it, it just really flops up and down. So that's really all there is to it. Like I said, make sure you got your blue Loctite for this. Let's go back to the bike and we'll put it on. Okay, so we've got everything apart here, just so you guys can see. It's this simple. This slides in here along with this washer. It's like that. I recommend cleaning the inside of this piece right here because it is a tight fit. These are also painted, so if you have any issues and it's super tight, maybe gently sand the inside here a little bit, or right here where it's covered by the piece itself. Fits in very easy without it, but once you put that little washer in, it is kind of a pain. So we'll get this in here, and then basically you just slide the pin in. Now it is getting tight. One of the things that I did last time, and you got to be careful because the screwdriver can easily scratch this up, is just try to find a way, the right position, maybe offset it. I don't know, however you do it, it does take a little finagling. So you just got to keep working with it. Be patient. Don't flip out. Don't do what I do, and just try to jam it in there. Don't pull the hammer out. It's only going to make things worse. Don't ask me how I know. But just try to finesse it in there. Okay, took a little finagling, as you could see, but I was able to finally get it through. One of the things that I did use, just so you guys know, I took a little piece of sandpaper like this, kind of like just flossed it in that hole, trying to get any excess paint or whatever's in there, and then it went right in once I did that. So try that if you have an issue. Might help you out. So now we just put this little clip on the bottom. It should be on there. Let's take a look. Yep. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. There it is. There's a little groove across the bottom of that pin that just snaps into place. And now we can take our peg, or I'm sorry, our floorboard. Drop this guy down, and we can set our adjustment right where we want it. And I think that looks pretty good. So basically, you set this anywhere you want. It is adjustable. Take your bolt here, add a little blue Loctite. See if I can show this to you. There is a little hole at the bottom. This guy just goes in there. Tighten it up with your number 6 Allen. Once you got it in the right spot, and that's it. Looks great. Way better. Let me show you guys the other side, because I actually did the other side already. Just trying to figure it out. Looks great. See, it is tight. So no need for the spring. I'm going to actually tighten this all up now. We're going to take it out for a test drive, and we'll do what we always do. We'll take it out and I'll show you what it looks like on the outside, and tell you my final thoughts. Alright guys, out on the bike, been riding it around since last night, made a few adjustments. I had to raise the height of the shifter. It was too close. Basically what happens is when you install pegs or footboards or whatever, it raises the height slightly of your foot. So what that does, and it's more noticeable on the brake side, is it makes the pedal lower than it was before if you have everything in the exact same position. So the good thing is on the shifter side, you just pull it off, you move it up a tooth or two and you slide it back on. So that's the easy part. I think even now I might want to move it down a little bit. It seems a little high. So that's something I'm going to look at. Just want to fine tune it. I want my foot to be comfortable. But I do like them a lot. They're not the grippiest, I can tell you that. Last night I was riding around and I had some flat bottom Adidas, not, old school sneaker, not an aggressive grip, and my foot didn't really
have anything to grip to, these nubs on the pedal themselves are not sharp and they don't protrude very far. So again, if it's not the grippiest floorboards you can get, so if you're looking for something that'll really lock your foot in place, you might want to look somewhere else. But that wasn't too important for me. I mean, it's got enough grip. I've got some different sneakers on today, and it's got a little more of an aggressive grip to the bottom, if you can see that. And it feels good. It feels fine. The brake pedal side is a little different, and when I get off the bike, I'll show you guys what I mean. Something different's going to have to be done for the brake side, because I feel like, try to show this to you guys, I feel like when I'm riding, the brake pedal is just slightly below my toes, or maybe right in line with my toes. So pressing the brake, it feels like I gotta tilt my toes lower than the pedal itself. So I know there's a few things you can do. Companies like Green Brother Designs makes an adjustable brake linkage, as well as a couple of other companies. I also saw something from a fellow YouTuber, Infamous Creep, and basically he made the adjustment using just another nut. He disconnected it and just added another nut, and it raised the height of the brake pedal. So I might go that route first to see how good that is. Obviously, you got an opportunity to save $100 plus. Why not? There's certainly a million other parts I want to put on this bike that that money could go to. So we'll see though. But like I said, we'll do that first. If you guys are interested in seeing me do that, I can certainly post a video of that, and then we'll just keep going. But all in all, I'm very happy with the pedals. I think they look great. They feel good. Less fatigue on my feet compared to the stock pegs, which is part of why I went with floorboards over, say, a different style peg.